Hello all and welcome. Hey, Shirazman and Nimchimsky in the house. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and especially to you, Shiraz, always being there. And such a sweet. I just saw your message about the tickets, but hey, man, you're a co-captain here. No sense in doing that unless you're real passionate about a deck. Today, I'm just going to be doing the non-shadowing thing. We're going to have a Throne of ELDRAINE. I have to remember it kind of sounds like rain. Special, little last impromptu thing. I didn't realize it was coming out so fast, and so I threw this together. Yeah. So Eckhart, nice in the house. Yeah. So I've got this cool list together, and take it into a casual whatever the tournament room, and it hasn't lost yet. But it's just so ridiculously aggro. This thing is too aggro to even run like a Tog and such. So I'm gonna go over the list real quick. I've got like 3 decks with some new cards in here. Obviously, Gingerbrute's one of my favorite cards. By itself, not that much. In a mono black style deck, if you need to steal back, it's a really good trick to steal back Monarch, but we don't have Monarch in this list, and it gains you some life. So for 1 mana, there's a lot of cards stuffed in this, as I mentioned last week. So I wanted to kind of use this as a showcase because it's just so on theme. If you saw our little intro at the top, I took a bunch of stuff Magic's already made and merged it with old stuff they made, and then found an old Gingerbread song and threw them all together. So I hope you like the top of the show there. So don't worry about it, Shiraz. Well, maybe we'll do it next week or whatever. Next week we'll kick off our Halloween month, which will be pretty short. It'll probably only be 1 or 2 shows because, like I said last week, we're going to have a lot of upheaval. I've got a lot of stuff going on in the professional front, and so things are going to go. Anyway, enough about that. We've got 16 lands. Why so few? Because outside of Frogmite and Thoughtcast, everything costs 1 or less. Vault Skirge, you can pay the 2, but you don't need to. Anyway, we're running Ornithopters, Galvanic Blast, 1 Arcbound Worker, I'll tell you why in a minute, 4 Bonded Constructs, probably your best first turn play. It's a really bad Savannah line in this list, but it gets there. 4 Bonesplitter, 4 Flayer Husk, 4 Gingerbrutes. We've got 4 Sparring Constructs. If you play Arena, is one of the coolest sound effects when it comes into play. And 3 Springleaf Drums to fuel, refill, our biggest creature in the deck and our most evasive creature in the deck. We really don't want artifact damage or hate, so we're leaning pretty heavy in the sideboard on anti-red stuff. We have the kind of necessities here of these 2 if we run into any sort of a go wide sort of strategies. 2 Serene Hearts and 4 Relics just to keep fog effects, because that will neuter us pretty quickly. So yeah, this is our little thing here. So she's in the house. Hey, Gingerbrute Week. Hope you guys saw the top of the show. If not, it's up on YouTube and we'll go there. So this is just one of those casual outing shows. I'm not going to be throwing any tickets into the fire today. We're just going to go into here, and of course we got to change the deck list here. Let's see what we can do here. Hello, can we change the list? There we go. Okay. And the new update, they've done a lot of new aesthetics to the look of everything. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to go searching for this darn list because it's not in any spot. Let's see. I called it Gingerbrute Aggro. Hey, where did it go? Alphabet soup. Come on now. There we go. We'll say submit, and I'm just going to play whoever's here. Oops. Doink. Of course, our bouncy screen is back. It'd be a fairy tale show without a bouncy screen. Searching my collection, it works faster. I would like for this screen to work faster. There we go. Yeah, we want to go first. Let's see how fast this hand can be. Alrighty, kind of like this. We'll keep this. What's cool is the construct. Oh, I said I was going to get back to Arcbound Worker. There's a few times when you don't have, like you have a germ token out, Sparring Construct will always target the stuff. That one has to be an artifact, so it's very few and rare. I just had a few too many of the goods there. So I'm going to pull this off here. We'll drop this, and that way we can attack for, well, we could attack for 4 this next turn. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I saw that crash. I think I was playing. All right, thank you for that, Kenwaku. Appreciate it. Okay, so we are here, and I'll pass the turn here. Hopefully you like the new card frame. This took me forever to do. These aren't just something you can find, so I had to Photoshop it. I was going to put something in the story, but I figured it best to leave it up for debate, so. All right, hopefully we can smash face before anything even happens here. Kaplowy. Hey, let us draw a card. Come on, what are you going to do? Always nice to see one of in your deck. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I know. Just for you, Toothmaker. All right. This guy is really bringing the show down here. All right. Thank you. For the, we'll just drop this, play this, and we might as well diversify our threats. Go from here. And attack for 4. Unless they've got something to say about it. Oh, All right, well, they'll cycle. That's cool. We're really flooded here. I played only like 5 or 6 games with this, and usually 1 or 2 lands was plenty. So much so that I thought about adding a Lotus Petal and cutting 4 lands, but we'll see. The second you do that, that's when you get screwed all day long, right? I don't know if it's tournament worthy. I think it could sneak out a few wins. It might go 2-3, 3-2 if I was to throw it into a league, catch people off guard. Who knows? You can see, though, we're, turn 2 going to hit for 6? That's pretty cool. Already hit him for 4. I'll be at half his life. It's almost infect speed. Woo! And Methonical gave you a shout out. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet. I'll have to give it a look-see or a listen-y. Not much to look at, just a picture, right? There we go. That's what I like to see. And we might as well throw this out here and pretend like we've got some sort of good cards in our hand. So if board wipes happen, Sparring Construct just kind of throws stuff on and we're good to go. And you notice something cool about this list. Good luck, Prismatic Strands. A single Lotus Petal and cut 1 land. Toothmaker, you're going too far. All right, I'm going to keep it on the evasive side, and we'll go from here. Hey, wow, look at that. We almost win next turn. Have fun bouncing all your silly lands. Here I come. If I get a Galvanic Blast, it's going to feel pretty funny. If you'd like to challenge, just, time it and come in. This isn't a community show, but no reason it can't be if you've got some cool cards. I was just like, honestly, I thought this didn't come out for like another week, and I had one played against me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, well, there's the show idea. Let's do that. And so this morning I put together that trailer and then this card frame here, and we've got ourselves a gingerbread show, or whatever you want to call it, a fairy tale show. Yeah, something like that. Okay, well, let's see if they've seen the writing on the wall. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's not 10. Come on now. Outside of a blast, well, we could get it like a Thoughtcast into a blast. Could still do that. Yeah, it took me by surprise too. Same sort of thing happened. When I was making this, I started with Affinity, and I was like, I got to use Mer Enforcers, then maybe 3, then maybe 2, and then I was like, you know what? I want to have, this is just a artifact puking deck, right? You're just, sorry to be crude, but, you just want to, what we just did, just everything out. If you got discard, too bad. We're just here to really accelerate and go crazy. So this shows up right on cue. We'll draw a card. Hopefully it'll be something of not that persuasion, but I'm going to throw the construct out. Throw this out. Boom, boom, boom. Wish we had a Galvanic Blast, but we might get them next turn. We'll attack here. And obviously probably equip the Vault Skirge with our, you know what, maybe not, maybe, they are trying to kill us after all. We'll do it. And pass the turn. Here we go. All right, well, they got to come up with a board wiper real quick. Problem is, 2 of our creatures live, and they'd both be pretty sizable because of our Sparring Construct death triggers. So we don't really care. We're going wide. We don't really care if they, if you want to shoot our stuff or play patty cake with your ephemerate tricks, that's fine. You're at 3 life. Good times. So now, Moment's Peace lockout, real thing here, but whatchamacallit is not. Well, that just showed up perfectly on time, didn't it? Because I can kind of suspect, I'm not even going to try to gain the life. I'm going to throw this right back, and I'm going to attack like this in case they do have Prismatic Strands, because that would just be funny. I know we had it before, but hey, I'm going crazy over here. So if we get something like this, we still have the win in Galvanic Blast. See if we get there. At least this will tell us more about games 2 and 3. Cool. All right. Well, we'll just zap them here and go off to game 2. Doink. What was that? Turn 5? That's pretty slow. Let's make it 4 next time. All right. Well, we know what we're going to bring in. I'm going to have to bring in some relics, unfortunately. We look at our sideboard. I have a lot of relics. Not too worried about Vault Skirge. It is a 1-drop, but I think that's what comes out. I'm not too worried about other things. We'll just go crazy here. Don't really have much on the flashback side of things. Now, I don't really want to get too aggressive with this. I just want to have it when I need it. So as you saw, we're going to play aggro, and then when we've got the time to play it and start tripping it and whatever, we'll do it. Maybe end of turn, eat a moment's peace, and we'll go from there. But yeah, see, as you can see, there's no real dead cards here. So this, what I was saying at the beginning of the show, this hits everything except, oh, what is this? We have developed a fix. That's, oh man, are you kidding me? The update can take several minutes, so it's recommended that you finish anything in progress. Oh, those jerks. This is going to be a real short show today, guys. Oh, my goodness. All right, explain quality. Well, the Arcbound Worker can hit everything except a germ token because this is a black creature. And this says it has to be an artifact creature. So that's why I use all 4 of the Sparring Constructs and only 1 Arcbound Worker. Very rare that that's going to come, but, you know, just in case anybody wants to try to improve on this list and likes this style, I do. It's fun. It's like Christmas morning and having clones of yourself all open up gifts at the same time, right? So this is, you usually want to lead off with this creature because we have a hasted creature here and Ornithopters, so we'll keep this. How cool is this card? Oh, frosting smile mustache. Lovecraft 668. Good to see you. It might be a real short show today because they just they're having a lot of technical difficulties on the magic side of things. So, you know what? It's been a long time since I've had a really, really short show. So maybe this will be it. We've got quite a few cool new things to show all of you. All right. Maybe this would be a good reason for Lotus Petal, right? I could be doing this stuff here. Doink. All right. We'll go like this. And he thinks he's got some free turns. He'll have to think again, folks. Frogmite's a definite 4 of just because we get there so fast. The other ones, not so much. All right. Little do they know they'll be taking 5, maybe. We'll see. Oh, no, never mind. Well, I guess it could be that. Ken Barb in the house. Nim Chimsky, Lovecraft, Toothmaker. All kinds of good buddies. Here we go. Woo! Well, I guess I'll prioritize this. Let's play this. Well, that gives us 4. I'll save this for later. Drop here. And then we'll go like this. Not quite sure if this is real or not yet. It's a lot like a fairy tale. It's playing like one anyway. But yeah, I'm thinking I might want to upgrade this with some lotus petals. Toothmaker recommends 1. I, however, would go all in with all 4. Let's go. So if nothing happens here, we've got like 11 on the stack next turn. The Bonesplitter, Galvanic Blast. Oh, I said black. That's weird. Okay, let's see. I love this ability. So you can gain life, but then for 1 mana, you pretty much, this guy's unblockable. So usually I like to throw the Bonesplitter on him because as the game goes on, it's pretty good times. Oh, got a quick message here. Oh, how cool. Toothmaker says his friend Pete from D&D designed Gingerbrute. Well, he should be proud of it. It's pretty awesome. All right, let's drop here. In case they've got some last second moment's peace. I guess we'll see it here. Kunstfräsen. Woo, my favorite Pauper deck. What's the twist this time? I'm not sure. Is this a deck? I thought I made this. Okay, well, there's as good as time as now. Let's do it. Zappo. I'm sure some are trying to make Gingerbrute work. I just went the Extremo aggro route. Hey, this is cool. We'll at least be able to use Relic on something that matters. We apologize. Well, I can't really apologize. It's Wizard's fault. Their MTGO just gave us a warning that they might be closing up shop here for quite a few minutes. So this might be a real short show, guys. If that's the case, I might revisit a show sometime sooner than next Friday. We'll see. Let's play it by ear. But hey, if we get one good game in, it's all right. What's the fun stuff? Oh, what's the fun stuff? Well, we've got Gingerbrute mostly, and just some other goods. Not so much with the new set. I do like the Silver Ritual for tokens. I have that ready, and I've got a version of Blue Robot with more Gingerbrute and Witching Well. But outside of that, not too much to... I like the green artifact equipment. That's pretty cool. I think that'll be seeing some play and bouncing some stuff. So we got him dead next turn. I really like the amount of artifact damage in this. Outside of the Germ Token and the Vault Skirge, this is pretty much, Prismatic Strands proof. So short snow good that you play a fast aggro. Oh yeah, the shorts snow good. Nice one. New red artifact equipment. I'm not so sure I like that. I think it's Glass Slipper. I think there's a lot of other things that do the same thing better or with more evasion and such. So, all right, so we got a little ephemerate going on here, which is not really a problem, as all of our guys will trade with it. We will not have Gingerbrute in that equation because we're going to make him unblockable because Mole Drifter will not have haste. Yes, Slipper. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a very, very fun one to draft. But so that trailer I was bagging on for Wizards about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was just like, man, this feels about as MTG as a carton of old milk. Anyway, I was able to use the video for the top of the show, so get some use out of it, right? And we've got a cool Carl Weathers, whatchamacallit, little doohickey there. You know what? I'm going to trip this now. We're just going to draw cards. Maybe we'll get a blast. We can just finish this off. Nope, that's cool. We'll do this. I think we got this one. We'll do this. And then I'll tell him that he can only be blocked by creatures with haste. Doink! And we come over for 7, and I don't think they can do much about it. Is this a real deck? I don't know. I don't know if I've got the balls to throw it in for 10 tickets, but maybe it is. Attack. Doink. He can block one of these, but then he's going to take 7, and he's tapped out. So, yeah, this would be cool if they were playing, if they had Prismatic Strands, be like, sucker! All right. I'm not quite sure. You know what? I could probably, let me just roll again. We'll see. Wait, no, that's the same guy, right? We'll leave that here. Let's leave. Let me wait till another person shows up. I think that's a different person. We're going to wait till it crashes on us. Then I can roll to a commercial or 3. And depending if it's back up or not, some of you that got my number, text me and we'll go from there. But like I said, little warning, might be a short show today. We'll just create this and go from here. And hopefully we don't run into Tron again because that was a little anticlimactic. Be nice to see if maybe Stompy or something, see if it's got legs against that. We shall see. Oh, top of the show, video linked above, huh? That's true. Yeah, if you scroll up, our little coffee support. So yeah, if I go over to the collection, yeah, this list, like I said, I just kind of threw together the sideboard of old Affinity Aggro lists that were there. I think it's a little too heavy-handed towards hexproof at the moment, but never know. Might be a thing. And, you could use Krark-Clan Shaman against ground crews where you zap it, and you're like, well, why would you do that? Well, Flayer Husk dies, it's no big deal. You equip, and if this guy dies, that sucks. But if this guy dies or the Sparring Construct, all of a sudden your Ornithopter starts feeling like a very heavy metallic Sarah Angel, and then you throw some Bonesplitters on it, and you might have some good times being able to clear out the ground crew here. So we've got 8 flyers with this list here. So, but yeah, I'm curious what I would run. I'm wondering if maybe I cut a land and all the Springleaf Drums for a Lotus Petal, that all 4 Lotus Petals. That might be pretty cool, because then this would run like it's got 19 lands, but not, because, the Lotus Petal acceleration, and might be kind of cool that way. You know what? I'm wondering if Wizards is making this not a thing, like it won't let new matches start. Let's see. All right, well, he's there. Well, I'm going to join him again just to see. Let's see. I don't want to play my tokens list because that will take way too long. Let's see if they... All right, well, here we go. We're going to get in 2 games at least. We'll see. And yes, we always want to go first. All right, we'll keep this. Careful not to throw out your construct first, because if they zap it, we don't get any benefit, and that's just a really bad 1/1. Well, let's do... Let me get this guy out. Zoop. Bam. Yeah, the Fairy Godmother is pretty cool little card. Witching Well. There's quite a few little cool things here, but I think it's just Tron and us hanging out in the tourney practice room today. I think everybody else got the memo and probably went to lunch, dinner, whatever time zone you're in. It's all good. All right. Let's drop this. We'll drop here. Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense to drop the drum here. Might as well throw here. I'll do this later. Attack! Pretty slow at hand here. Maybe, I think like a bone saw would be a little overkill here. We're not gearing towards that fast. I know a lot of scale and the Tooth of Chisgora. Those are all options. Very free options too, but for only one more damage, I'd kind of want another man out. So we've got him here. Yikes. Now we're getting flooded. Flooded with 4 mana. That's funny. Alright, here comes the Gingerbrute. Now, at any time, we can just sack him. Well, not any time. He does have to tap. Darn it, there is a little drawback to him. Alright. Vincent Pools. Yeah, that's a lot of card for 1 mana. That is just... I'm really surprised that's... I can totally see that as an uncommon just forever and forever and forever. Alright, let's play this. Never know. We're not going to need it, so I do know. So which other ELDRAINE cards do you like? Oh, yeah, Witching Well. The Ritual, I think, is only good in a few decks, but boy, putting a counter on everything... The... you know, you run Ramosian Rally because of Electrickery and Shrivel effects, but man, being able to just permanently upgrade all of your team. I wouldn't run more than 3. The list I have only has 2. I think that's the right number. Now, if maybe you put 1 in the sideboard if the person's just hell-bent on like running like multiple Electrickeries and such, yeah, you could see that. But a nice bottle gnome to wash it down with. Well said, Shiraz. Like it. Throw the possibility. Yeah, that's probably the best card in the set. Dead on there, sir. Okay, well, now this is where we can attack with everything but the Vault Skirge, because if Construct dies, we're going to be able to turn on. Now that's the thing. I almost want the Construct's ability to be on the Gingerbrute here. 1 damage is not worth the trick. The 4, I'm going to let that live, and we'll see what we can do here. We do have stuff to do with our extra mana, like dip our cookie in some delicious milk, or not. Okay, well, there's this. Let's bring it out. Boink. Now, instead of a creature, I think I might just want to equip this here. And just kill it. Yeah! So where shall we put it? Let's put it to good use, Captain. Well, maybe we should put it on this guy, huh? And then zap him. That's 4, 2. I kind of like this play. I want to go like this. I'll leave that open for another turn. We could... You know, I should have tapped that, zapped him. That would have been the optimal play. But I'll just make it... Sneak fast says nothing better than dinner with propaganda on. Oh, thank you for that. It's going to be a short dinner. It's like we just got a notice from MTGO that there's something wrong with the program, so that wasn't a mini punt. We've still got the Vault Skirge back, so we can trip the Springleaf Drum into a Galvanic Blast. I kind of want that Sparring Construct to die. Gingerbrute's our brute. You know, he can get up to like a 5, 6, 2, whatever, with help of Bonesplitter and company. So, and this, I've always loved decks like this where it's like, go ahead and kill it, please. Do it again. Boink. I'm actually going to throw this on the Brute. We're not trying to gain life here, and I've got an unblockable dude here. We've got some tricks here. Which is going to be bans, probably, says Nimchimsky. Yeah, the 7th is going to be very interesting. If you follow me on Facebook, I've been ranting and raving for years now, but I've always thought Ghostly Flicker itself and Snap, even though it's not a problem right now, it can be, and Ephemerate. I would get rid of all 3 of those. Not the lands. A lot of people have argued the lands, and I've argued ad nauseum against that idea, just meaning that, heck, there's that new land now, and I just had somebody run in. What was the engine that was doing it? Ghostly Flicker. It was tripping Mole Drifter. I forget the blue one with 3 islands. Very easy to get. Like I said, pretty soon they're going to start running crop rotation, and then it's just going to be lights out. So, all right, we'll take 2. You play as long as I have. A lot of times you have stuff at the tip of your tongue or edge of your mind. Not that it's your idea, it's just you've been around so long, you're like, and this happens. It's almost like anticipating a plot twist in a chapter you're reading or something. Probably this weekend we'll see some sort of deck with that ability. Okay, this really blows. I'm thinking we sit on Galvanic just so we can zap the Stonehorn. Make crop rotation good again. I've been having a lot of fun with my Snow and Feck list. That's been pretty good times. Well, we can't really do anything. So I'll add a black by tapping this. And we'll... I don't know why I made 2 lands. Why not? Sure. And that. Where'd that come from? Hey, we might be able to use his second ability if he goes crazy this turn, right? Snowhorn Dignitary. Well said. It blows. Snowblower. That'd be cool if they came out with a... No, that wouldn't be cool. That Snowblower is just way too modern of an idea. It would completely ruin the lore of the universe. All right. Well, maybe they'll get revenge after that first turn, or first game blowout, I should say. What do they got? What do they got? You gonna start snapping stuff? Oh, no, you don't. Now that's gonna come down and hit the Dignitary, which I'm more worried about. So I'm gonna say okay to the Mole Drifter, even though they might be getting more ammo there. It's the second one that bounces the Dignitary that I'm gonna be a little worried about. This one. Let's see if he hits the Dignitary. All right. So that's money well spent. We'll zap here. And if he's got Ghostly Flicker, that'll really blow. But it doesn't. We've got some attacking to do now. Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully they were exaggerating and going to a very long lunch, and I won't even need to cut the show short today. If you haven't seen it, we've got it as our first break, which might be our last break, depending on how the show goes today, with Carl Weathers, one of my very favorites from the Rocky franchise. It's so cool to see him getting work, and the girl from It and It 2 is in the new trailer, and it's like this training montage, Rocky style. It's a Magic Arena thing, so that kind of blows, but outside of that, it's a pretty damn cool promo, and hey, when they're throwing that kind of a budget around, it's only good news for this game we all love, right? So, woo! Yep, there you go, Shiraz. Almost like you play it. All right. I think we're going to have to equip that Flayer Husk on a Scourge and start playing some defense here. Getting buried in it. Card advantage. They have Tron. It's about time to scoop. We only got 4 Galvanic Blasts after all. We really need our, what do you call it? Relics. Yeah, that's it. Yuck, yuck. Didn't have much time to watch the new set, says Lovecraft668. New job in Brussels. Take away with the time. Yeah, I'm going to be there soon, too. I've got a trial period at a really cool company. And I'm going to concede here. Just keep the show moving. They've got this pretty much locked up. We could spend 15 minutes on it or go to game 2 and have a chance. But yeah, so mid-October to late October, we're going to have our typical awesome Halloween shows and such. But outside of that, it's going to be pretty quiet. All right, Flayer Husk. I like the upgrade on Flayer Husk. I'm going to get rid of an Arcbound Worker this time. I know we got rid of Vault Skirges last time, but I do want to have some air presence. I'm going to get rid of the drums and see how this plays without it. Let's just go Whambo. Yes, they always seem to have it, unless we're playing it, right? That's always the way it is. So this is kind of an affinity that seems to like me. Just puke affinity. Going all out. Tog, too slow for me. Yeah, if you follow me on Facebook too, yesterday I took my I took mutagenic growth out of infected snow, and I had a lot of reasons for it. I won't get into it here, but the metagame right now just doesn't quite warrant it. So I was 4-0, and I'm like, here we go, and I ran into affinity, and I was like, who plays this? Because not many do. Carves is really carving it up. I got him though. Actually beat him, and then I lost. That was the first round, and then I lost to a different affinity deck the very last round. So we'll mulligan that. Cool, cool. All right, we'll keep this. And even though this Gingerbrute is new, don't just play it. You got to be, always play it your second turn. So let's see. What are we going to throw down? Maybe the Bonesplitter. I mean, you want the 2 lands. Let's get rid of, I'm going to say the construct. Done. Let's see. Wambo, Last Blood. That's a great name for this deck. Or call it Wambo, Last Milk for the Gingerbrute here. It's just dripping with frosting. Good times. Yeah, my kids, we've tried to build, not tried, I mean, we have built those little do-it-yourself gingerbread houses and stuff, and it never fails. Whenever you open those up, they're always so stale and old unless you eat them while constructing the abode. It's folly. Those things will be dead in the morning, hard as a rock. But maybe that does lend credence to an actual gingerbread house in real life. Never seen one. I doubt many have, but I'm sure somebody out there has tried to build an actual gingerbread house. It's probably some video on YouTube already. So, but yeah, Wambo, that's a pretty damn good name for this list. Hey, check that out. We like this kind of a draw, right? Doink. I could draw lands, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go aggro here. We've got to shut this off before things get too crazy. How bad would Electrickery be, or Shrivel be like, no, you killed our cookies. Who talks like that? Here we go. It's a lightning bolt and then some. Cookie style. Woo! Come on, power plant, what you got? Not enough glasses of milk for us, hopefully. All right, that's what I should have done. See, if I would have really thought this show out, I'd have a big jug of milk or something and be dipping cookies. Every time I attack, I'd take a big, loud, crunchy bite. Let's do this. I must have played Dazed the last time they played. They've got all their stops still set. Can I say that, please? Actually, I think it's more important to hit hard right now than it is to drop the construct. So let's throw this on here and come on over. Get them in panic mode, so maybe they don't search for a map. Instead, they opt for, digging, getting a moment's peace, that sort of thing. Heading for 5 a turn. They've technically got about 3 turns if we don't draw Galvanic Blast. Maybe it's 2. Sambaram, been a while. Hello, how are we doing this evening? Good. We're playing some pretty casual Throne of Eldraine list. Actually, it's incredibly aggressive. Running 4 Gingerbrutes, and Mer Enforcers are too slow. So check this out. We still have evasion. We just pay 2. And when you're flooded with this list, you just pay 1. And unless they're running a similar list, they're not going to be able to block the Cookie Man. Woo-woo! Affectionately known as Wambo, Last Blood, thanks to Lovecraft. I don't think I'll name the file that, because I'll never find it if I name it that. But it's good for a laugh, my friends. And here we go. So yeah, next week we will kick off our Halloween show. We might have some masks. We'll have all new promos. If you've followed us for more than a year or two, a lot of it will be like, hey, I've seen that before, but hey, it's only me here. Let's go like this. Show you the power of the cookie. We're going to make him unblockable. Well, little asterisk there. If you have haste, you can still block him. We'll make this unblockable. Cookie Man. The Cookie Man can. Yeah. Here we go. And we've got him to within 3 life. Might not be enough here, folks. Play the Black Beetle list. Yeah, you know what? I do plan on doing that next week because that's kind of a Halloween-themed deck. If you're wondering what Lovecraft's talking about, the Seattle tournament that I got second in back in December of last year had their, I think it's quarterly, about 3 or 4 times a year, but a very cool rogue list won. A lot of kind of ravenous rats, what is that? Burglar rat style, just 2 for 1, value, and then boom, taking things down. So very cool article on that. If anybody wants to find it and send it to Shirazma, I can put it up in the chat. Eckhart's in the house. Gingerbrute gains super fast. Yes. And super evasion. No, man, I wish I had another one of these. He's going to gain 9 life. That sucks. Man. Well, we'll make it 5 instead. And here comes this dude. We're okay if he blocks that. I'm going to just zap him here. We kind of want this to die. It's fine if it does. Cool if it don't. We'll go like this. Boop. All right. And I'll make this no blocko. No blocko. So it's cool because you empty your hand really quick, and then between equipping and gingerbruting, now that's a verb, you're welcome, we've got some cool stuff to do. Attack! And obviously we'll put it on the Vault Skirge. Or not. Because I'm going to throw it on the Gingerbrute. You know, they've got Mole Drifters, but they don't have hasted creatures. So I'm actually going to choose the Gingerbrute. And just like that, folks. You know, this is about Mole Drifter time, so I'm also going to do this. I want to have an unblockable, almost there with the kill, right? If we equip this, that's 6 unblockable, so that's pretty cool. Except RPS can't block Gingerbrute. Rocket-powered Turbo Slug. Oh, is that a card? Or is that a deck? Explain Super Haste. Oh, I see. Duh, I'm reading backwards. Apologies. Like I said, maybe this will spawn off an idea or 3 of somebody out there. If you like this list, I'll try to include it in the description. I think I forgot to export it because I figured we'd be changing it during the show, but I'm really liking it. I do think maybe some petals. I don't know. Toothmaker suggests 1, but he always suggests 1. If you could give Toothmaker $2,000 or $2 million, he'd be like, I'd like it as a 1 of. He'd be like, what? Why wouldn't you have like 100 of? All right. Well, this is going to die anyways. I don't know why we're going to take life here. I'll just block. I'm sure they've got Moment's Peace by now, so let's keep our mana up in case they do run a Rolling Thunder package. Who knows? Oh, yeah, Unglued. I'd love to get a couple boxes of that again. I liked putting a few of those in. I always liked, there was a Moniker card. It was Moniker Parrot or Moniker Mage, I think it was. And if you knew the person's middle name, it was unblockable. I was like, that's some very cool design there. All right. Well, we have to feign like we've got some pretty awesome stuff, which we don't. We're going to act like we do. Let's put this on this. Check it out. Man, these guys are looking like brutes. No ginger left. All right. Well, nothing to do here except slowly die until we pull a relic or make them fear a Galvanic Blast. But that darn weather the storm. They'd be at -2 life if you're keeping score. 1 is better than 0. Oh, and if you're following my little weight loss challenge, blah, 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 I'm at about -13 now. Had a little bit of a cardio breakthrough this last week, so I'm still about another 13 from my goal. But the big telling thing is, because I know I've been gaining muscle because I've been doing so much of that Stairmaster stuff, but the big telling thing right now is that, note to self, let's equip the Scourge next turn if he bounces this. Just my clothes, some of my shorts. I lounge around the house often in some shorts. They are almost unwearable now. They're kind of falling off my hips, so that's some real progress. Not so much on the number side of things, but helps out. All right, we're just going to keep up the illusion that we have this. I'm sure they've got Moment's Peace here, which is why I'm not going to do this. I'll attack with, let's see, do we have the win? We do, so we might as well feign like we've got, you know what, we'll make this unblockable, as we like to say. And make this unblockable. Keep our Galvanic Blast at the ready, although it's disguised as a Darksteel Citadel. We'll attack. Whoa! I'm really liking the utility of Gingerbrute. So tell your friend, Mr. Toothmaker Chatsuk, that that's a very deluxe card. No! He's grabbing the Baron's Down comes the pain. Our ruse is up, folks. Alright, well, we can at least block and kill a Trinket Mage, maybe. We'll see. They gained, let's see, 15 life, and they're still at 6. So say what you will about the Gingerbrute deck. Our Wambo Last Blood, as Lovecraft coined it, but it's getting there. It's just, a little bit. Maybe some dispels might be in order. It's a common theme with artifact removal and fog effects. They are all of the instantaneous persuasion. So, great design. And you can even eat it in a pinch. That is, like I said, it's a lot of stuff on a card that's a common. I could see it being downshifted from an uncommon to a common, like in a year or two after. But it says a lot for their design that they made the gingerbread cookie such a staple. I bet that's a lot of fun in drafts. I wonder if you draft like an all cookie deck, because it's neat. You have something to do. It's like the retrace mechanic. Why I love it. It's like, okay, I don't want to draw any more lands now, but look, we've used all of them. So maybe the lands are right. We don't need the Lotus Petal. I don't know. But I'm telling you, not many things have haste. And if they do, it's like temporary. It's like a Tamir Battle Rage effect or something. So this dude for 1 mana is just kind of like unblockable. So Bonesplitter and Flayer Husk, good times. That would have been a good flavor text toothmaker on some card. Like, great design, and you can eat it in a pinch. Maybe the card could be called Pinch of Salt, or a little double whammy effect. But thank you as always for joining us here at Propaganda. Soon to probably move to Saturdays if all goes well in the month of October, November. As I'll be back to being a working man in all the best ways. So how many think they've got something along the lines of a moment's peace? I don't really have much along the way. I'm afraid I want to attack first here because he's already showing us Weather the Storm. So gingerbread flavor makes sense, but artifact food tokens. Yeah, we were talking about that last week, if I remember. Just doesn't feel right. I mean, although if you leave gingerbread out long enough, it does taste like an artifact. I will back that up. First things first, let's equip some good things. Let's just try to go all in here and say haste. Haste makes waste. We'll say this. We've got 6 here. We haven't cast any spells, so we Weather the Storm. That's all they have. They can't block any of this. Let's see. We're feigning like we have whoa, cool. So check out Gingerbrute. Any other list, they can block the flyer, they can block the ground. This thing's for real. I really, really, really like it. In fact, I think you might want to play it in hexproof because it'll eat edicts, and then you have an unblockable another 1-drop. I mean, I wouldn't. It's your last resort, but might be pretty cool if they're on Stompy or something that doesn't. You can get your guy big enough to get out of harm's way. Might be kind of cool. Screw Skyfisher. Go Gingerbrute. That's a good point, Lovecraft. Okay, I haven't seen really any red things. We took out the drums. I'm starting to feel like the drums might not even be needed, but you never know. We've got a late turn Thoughtcast, and not everything has haste in this list, so we'll go from here. Ooh, good call, Shiraz. Unstable Mutation might be good in this list, too. But only on that, or an Ornithopter, I guess you could argue. Yeah, I don't want to get too cutesy. It feels really synergistic. Like everything's just, like I said, that's the takeaway, I guess. Just the puke. It's like, bleh. Like, look at this. We could almost, if we had another Ornithopter and 1 land, we could kind of keep this. Oh, mulligan. We will keep this. Oh, man. I was really hoping we could drop a Frogmite turn 1. We'll keep. We've already got 1 construct. 2 is a wee bit unnecessary. But, it does get there faster. You know what? I'm gonna throw this back. Done. Okay. Bottle gnomes. Yeah, no, I actually like Gingerbrute and Blacklist too. If you caught me at the top of the show, I was saying how a lot of times you can lose Monarch. I know I've been playing a Blackthorn variant. Sometimes you can lose Monarch, and man, that gains you life against burn, which is always a kind of a tough matchup. Or that. It's pretty cool. Ah, darn it. One thing away from Frogmite being a thing. Oh well. In a game with elves and dragons, the geeks start complaining about gingerbread men. This is true. Kunstphrasen. All right. Yeah, this would probably be a pretty dead dog to elves. I mean, I guess you could block with the construct and go Ornithopter, Vault Skirge, and really try to go and be very specific with your Galvanic Blasts. But all right, so here we are with this draw. We'll play here. We've got Frogmites and such. We'll play them out. Empty our hand here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. In top deck mode. Hopefully they don't get a color source. After all that, we're only hitting for one. So this is probably the worst, even though we kind of puked out our hand, but it took 2.5 turns, so that kind of sucks. Not kind of. It just does. See how while I was watching that promo with Carl Weathers from the Rocky fame, the new Magic trailer, I was, the next video up, how YouTube does that. It showed the Dolph Lundgren and Carl Weathers both in some Q&A, and I watched the whole thing because, 80s kid, and I was always, Rocky 4 is like the whole reason I started working out when I was a kid. Just super motivated soundtrack and all this stuff. But anyway, let's pour on the pressure. I don't think they're running anything other than fog, so we can just kind of go all in here. But God, I couldn't get over how good those guys looked. They got to be, at least Carl Weathers, probably close to his 70s. He looked like he was maybe 10 years past the Rocky days. It's like, wow. Hope I get those kind of genetics. According to my mom, I probably will. My mom's kind of like that. I've mentioned her a few times. She's a bit of a vampire. Most friends about 20 years younger than her are already having all kinds of issues, and she's just trumming along. Good times. And I thought, yes, I did think, before you want to shove a Goblin Bushwhacker in this, I would probably recommend something more like Dynacharge. You could bring that up, Shiraz. Be pretty cool. Hey, that was a pretty good top deck. I'm not going to complain. Let's rock like this. Where's our gingerbread man? Come on. What kind of game is this? So they're tapping colorless. Here comes an Ash Baron. This is probably going to be our last attack. Yeah, that's the one. Well, let's throw it on this. Boink. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Oh, man. How frustrating is this, right? Be cool if we had some creature when it dies, it does 1 damage. I mean, I guess there's Perilous Myrrh and such, but I don't know, guys. This seems fast enough. Obviously, other decks that go wide, like Elves, I think would be way too big of a hiccup here, but they might be so threatened to block things quickly. If you zapped away their life gain dudes, that might be kind of cool. All right. So we're undefeated against Drawn. That always feels good. I'm going to get another deck ready. Hopefully another dude shows up here, and I'm going to roll to this commercial real quick. Be right back after this.
I've got 5 attackers, you got no blockers, and you're dead. You need to train.
I don't need to train.
Maybe not. But you do need a training montage. To win in the arena, you have to be the arena.
Okay.
You must sharpen your skills. Here, eat this.
That's a cauliflower.
It's a superfood. All right, come on, pump them, keep those knees going. Oh, you punch like a beetle. Now that we've covered spells, let's talk about flying.
I'm doing it!
Rise and shine. It's magic time. Fire! And fire!
Done.
Sophia, don't you quit on me!
And you're dead. And you're dead. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Dead.
Welcome to the challenge.
Rise and shine. It's magic time.
Up that hill! Move those zombies! Fire! Fire! Fire!
Thank you.
Don't thank me, Sophia. The magic was inside you all along.
Arkham Discount Astrolabe Warehouse, your one-stop shop for astrolabes. From Arkham to Ethereum, our astrolabes come in all shapes and sizes, perfect for any occasion. Use them to navigate, calibrate, estimate, or melt them down and masticate. Arkham's Discount Astrolabe Warehouse. Come see our amazing selection of astrolabes. Buy 4 and get the next 4 free. Now with over 10 locations in New Archive. Arkham's Discount Astrolabe Warehouse. And remember, if the name Arkham's not on it, you better pawn it.
And we're back. Hopefully we'll show you this next list. It's a white tokens build. You saw the Carl Weathers thing. That's pretty sweet there. All right, so while we're waiting, hopefully everything's correct and they won't crash. And so that was a false alarm. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll know soon enough. This is the other one I was working on. Y'all know I love tokens. When was that made? I think just in the last week or so. I'm sure it was months ago, but it got released the last week or two. So this runs 20 lands. I've got some cyclers here, quicksands, 1 swamp, 4 basilica, and 3 ash barrens, all to fuel harsh sustenance for what we just faced, Tron. There's not many ways for tokens to beat it other than timing them out. So lean on this sideboard. We have 1 more in here. We got a rally. We've got a Oblivion Ring, we've got Holy Light. But why are we playing this today? Well, because of Silver Flame Ritual, put a +1/1 counter on each creature you control. And the Adamant might come into play, giving them Vigilance. Not that big of a deal. Never know with the Prismatic Strands in the sideboard. Maybe that'll be a thing. But I think 2 feels right. Of course, you got that new card smell. You want to throw all 4 in here. You got to have enough creatures to make it worthwhile. And if you can keep something like a Suture Priest alive with a Bodyguard and plus out of Electrickery range, those flickering tricks start getting really expensive because they lose a life every time it happens. So Lackerding's in the house. All right. So yeah, so that's the game plan here, is just to kind of go wide. We can kill real fast with Guardian's Pledge. But we've got some 3 Raise the Alarm. I run 2 Anointer Priests just because of the Embalm mechanic and a little extra life gain there. So we've got 14 ways of generating that and having quite a bit of stuff to do. Cenns Enlistment, really tempted to run 2 of those because we have 4 Basilicas main here, but I just kind of threw this together. Not quite sure if it's good times or not, but boy, I don't know what the deal is. It seems like when I join something, it only I guess this is buddies only. All right, hey, cool. I guess you just have to look at it and then it shows up, huh? Cool. All right, here we go. Hopefully. All right, there we are. Okay, let's open this up. This might be a doozy. If it's gonna crash, it's gonna be now, as far as the program goes, because this does take a while. And apologies if you can hear that jackhammer in the background. No amount of closing windows stops that from going down. All right, so we're gonna lead off with the Souls Ascendant here and Ascendant. I guess you can ascend to be an attendant. I'm just glad that we didn't have to quit automatically. Maybe they're waiting quite a while. Oh, it'd be pretty funny if we are up against Burn here. If that's the case, I might. Yep, we are. So it'll be a fast game, even though we're playing a slow deck. I think I'm going to lead off with. Well, no, we've already got one. So if he wants to blow it up, that's cool. We'll have the other one next turn. I like to set that out first and right-click and get all that stuff out of the way. Hopefully, we don't get hit with a Searing Blaze here. Probability is pretty high, though. In the beginning of the game, and opposite of Hellbent in the house. Okay, we're taking that. Good times. We're going to gain 2 of it back. this is just the cruelest kind of hand against these kind of decks. I really wish this was we have one swamp in this deck, and we just drew the other one. So I'm going to just make our mana sources count. I'm going to drop this, gain a life, make sure to say always yes, always yield. Right click again, stack abilities automatically, and we should be out of the races with the time triggers on these clock mistakes here. If we get another plains, it's going to be good times. We can drop Soul Warden and the Suture Priest. We don't really have to worry about mass sweepers this game. Looks like it. Lava Spike's pretty dead giveaway with burn. Lightning Bolts. I got rid of all of my Lightning Bolts except my main 4. I've got the really old school ones from Masters something or other. Hey, all right, cool. That's what I wanted to see. All right, we'll drop this. I've got to still trigger Suture Priest. Yep. I don't know why we have to do that again. We'll do this. Boop, 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 boop. And then we'll drop here. And if we get Silver Flame Ritual now, we've got kind of a force on our hands, don't we? Here comes 3 more. At this stage, it's kind of a little silly. But you can see why tokens, it's a very good deck, but it's also very susceptible to Electrickery effects. So we've got this against that, we've got this against that, and we've also got this against it, and Prismatic Strands, which is what I'm going to bring in here. Don't need Harsh Sustenance. Oblivion Ring might be good, but we're gaining so much life, I don't really care about something like a, well, I mean, we've got Journeys for their creatures, so I'm going to leave that out. We'll bring in a Rally as a last second kill card here. I don't think the game's going to go long enough for Cenns Enlistment to be warranted, so I'm going to take that out. I like the Bodyguard because it can kind of keep our dudes alive, and these are kind of a necessary evil, a 1/3 body with you know, the Get To Lava Runners. If those go online, we are not the aggro here, even though this can save us against Electrickery. We're not going to be doing that, so we're going to just cut 2 of those. So life gain against burn. Yes, I know it feels kind of good. We stuck it to Tron, just like take that with this weird gingerbread man deck, and the only thing that could have been better is if it was like a white Tron that was running Prismatic Strands as like its key, and it's like good luck. So with Prismatic Strands about, and you know, going wide's a pretty good thing, and man, that little Gingerbrute's pretty badass. Okay, we've got good stuff. We've got the priests. We don't have any 1-drops, so that kind of blows, but we'll keep. At least they didn't run away. But hey, this is already the 3rd game, so feeling pretty good about showcasing some of the new cards. Which is kind of cool with the new formula. You're just joining us after a few weeks wondering, where's the tournament? Well, we were getting ghosted pretty regularly, and so rather than throw stuff down, it's like, hey, we can just keep showcasing new stuff here. So with this kind of hand, I'm just going to go get out plains. I don't even need the black, so I'd rather have all plains and go from there. Sam Bram, gotta run. Good luck for the rest of the evening. Thank you for that. Not that anything's really on the line, but it's all good. Pretty cool artwork too here, man. Everybody coming together. I used to have a desktop magic wallpaper that looked a little bit like that. But anybody catch the top of the show? Hopefully. I was trying to do a little see and say with a lot of the verbiage there in that old nursery rhyme. Whoa! Talk about a blast from the past. Spark Elemental. Wow. You know, if you're a fan of propaganda, we have a funny little skit about the Arms of an Angel with Sarah McLachlan. It's normally a dog pound spot, like, you know, oh, you know, give and do all this stuff for the benefits of, you know, keeping puppies and things like good creatures of the universe alive. But you know what? We're going to gain more life with an Anointer Priest, so I'm going to bring that out first because we can raise the alarm in an instant, or Bodyguard, go from there. Anyway, but the reason I bring that up is we had Spark Elemental as one of the lost cards, like, you know, have you seen this? Like kind of a milk carton sort of ad, but it's nice to see it show up there. Yeah, what was the new song? Oh, I just found some old... It was some horrible cartoon from the 80s that was the theme song for it. So I ripped the audio from that, and then I ripped the video from about 15 different magic sources that are most of which I already had, and put that together for your viewing pleasure. All right. Well, we can't get rid of anything. I'd like to keep the Anointer Priest alive. He's got one thing out right there. Let's bring out the Bodyguard. And I want to attack here. Just we might get into free damage here. You might think with our mana open we've got some sort of a way to kill the Alchemist. Most likely not. I've always liked this swamp. This little like dead, some people call it a banana. It looks like an old boat that just saw the end of an adventure. Alright, so we get a free damage in. Okay. We'll see what we get here. Samir, does Captain Deluxe lack a little text in the adventure part? Yes. I was running out of time, Laggarding. I was like, you know what? And I looked up. I'm like, oh my gosh. If there's any technical issues, I've got to do this. And I couldn't find a font that I liked. And I'm like, I'll just leave it up to you guys. That was kind of my lazy version, right? I was just like, I'll just let them think up what my adventure would be. Probably find some rogue quest or something silly like that, right? That would amount to a whole lot of nothing. No time for adventures. That's right, Nimchimsky. Shiraz, I should have played a trick on you and made it all blurry. It's been like, no, you don't see the text. It's all over the place, man. What's wrong with you? Okay. Time to gain some life. Boy, we're a sitting duck for Electrickery, aren't we? Come on, Silver Flame Ritual. Ah! You know, I'm going to play this just to do it. I need the life. They've got one land. I want to nix everything. That's cool. We'll keep 2 of our life gain dudes. Cat's out of the bag. We attack with everything. Boink. Nasty Things Adventures. Okay. Come on, I really want to cast this card, then the day will feel complete. We are trying to showcase it after all. Down to 9, only 1 card in their hand. Not too worried about this outside of an Electrickery, which we would lose all but 2 creatures. Our Bodyguard would probably save... I would argue the Soul Warden's more valuable than the Suture Priest in this matchup because we can gain life on both ends of the board. Come on. Ah, come on, man. All right, well... Let's do this now instead of after attack just so we can gain the extra life. Even though if they do have an Electrickery, it'll still be a kick in the crotch, but we will go look for stuff. Yeah, I want to use this awesome ability. Thanks for asking. And there we go. Boink. Did we already? Always yes. Always yield. Oh yeah, that's a new one. I thought that was the first game. Be adventurous and try some new type of beer. All right. Here we go. We're going to tie it up here. 2, 4, 5. Both beat 11. Good times. But we are gaining life. Come on. Give me a land. I want to play Silver Flame Ritual. It'll be the first time I've ever played it. This is not the type of deck you just go see how it is because you know it's going to be long and you're going to get arthritis in your hand and have to switch to being a left-handed Magic player because there's so much clicking. This is a lot like Tortured Existence or Tron, like in the Pauper world. You demonstrate it and you play a lot faster. But this deck, if you like token-style stuff and all these triggers, they can really add up. And you can look down and you're crushing the dude and they've got 3 cards left and you're at 900 life and you've got 8 minutes left to beat them again. Be wary of that. I'm going to let this through. In case he has Electrickery. I don't really care about the Suture Priest. I care more about the Soul Warden. Son of a gun. Can I get a... well, Basilica shows up. Alright, we'll say no on that. And we'll say yes on that. We'll play this. Return this to be fed to Cenns Enlistment at a later date. Next turn, hopefully we can live long enough to do this stuff. Hopefully they just have a land. Here we go. Okay, Bodyguard showing up. If you follow my tokens adventures, speaking of adventures, I used to really like, and I still do, Doom Traveler in the Bodyguard spot. There's just so much removal out there now. Keeping life gainers alive, making them kind of forced to target the Bodyguard, I think is a pretty good call. Could probably use a Standard Bearer 3 in this list. Who knows? Or Field Surgeon's one of my favorites. Okay, so he's got that. Man, typical, right? That they just top deck that. That's really frustrating because we've got this. So I'll keep the life gainers alive. I'll drop this and call red. And that's all we can do. Yield through this turn. How frustrating is that? We were Electrickery proof next turn. That damn Basilica was a basic. You know, I'm thinking. No, that's folly. Never mind. Well, now this doesn't really pay. It makes more sense to drop Battle Screech and gain a bunch of life. That's what I'm going to do, and we'll keep this back in case he's got, you know, the haste dude. Let's drop this. This is going to get colorful real quick, and then we'll be able to do the ritual next turn. Boing! Auto life. Auto life. He knows we don't got anything. I'm going to save the attack phase. We will cast Silver Flame Ritual next turn. Watch, he's got another Electrickery. Be like, no. Okay. Come on, Silver Flame. I could gain a bunch more life, but I just want to cast this. This might be the better play. But the Brewer... Oh, don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, you... Ah, man, we still haven't played it. This is terrible. Son of a gun. All right, I'm going to just jump in here. Hopefully we can play it here. I wasn't even keeping track if this is the same guide or not. Must be ghosting. That'd be pretty pathetic. It's bad enough to ghost, but to do it when there's nothing even on the line. That'd be pretty sad. This is kind of a weird, slow hand, but I'll keep it. Kind of a lazy outing here. Don't forget, I think it's Card Kingdom. We've got a promo coming up next for it. The common test. There's only 4 days left. You submit 5 cards for a 5-card Pauper deck. The details are in the promo. I know it sounds weird, but it's pretty cool. It's a $300 prize pool, and I believe the 31st of this month. So you got 4 days left. It's the last time, and then they wait about a month and they play them, and then on Halloween they announce the winner. So kudos to them for doing that. Also, make sure to check out Pop It Like It's Hot. It's been a while since I've pimped them out, but fantastic podcast. Always keeping it fresh and real, changing things up. Good times. All right, well, let's protect our dudes. We'll rock here. Kind of wish this was a life gainer, but we'll see. At least it's not burn and it's not Tron. So go from here. Probably just play one more after this. Don't want to push our luck too much. This is about the 4th or 5th game now, and we were warned right out of the gates that it might be crashing. The server might be going down. So if that happens, my hair trigger vocabulary wants to say apologies, but it's nothing really I can do. So no apologies. Ask them for an apology. Say, what happened? I was all geared up, eating dinner, watching propaganda. Had my gingerbread cookies and milk all set up, and you bastards killed it. Whoop. I haven't loaded up Arena in for ages. My youngest plays it as me sometimes, but... All right. We got a new card here. Equipped creature gets this. If you draw a second card, attach it to a creature you control. Pretty cool. That's the one. Mantle of Tides in... I think that might be playable in Blue Robot. I don't know. Got to be careful of that new card smell, I tell you. All right. Well, I'm going to drop this because here comes some creatures. We're going to get our mana right. Just do this. And if we got running into a ninja or something, we'll be all right. I just want to stop any sort of bounce shenanigans. So. I'm not overwhelmed by this new set, says Lackerding. Yeah. Did you see the first few rounds with Gingerbrute? That was pretty cool. I think that's a very typical example of the House of Cards. Like 90% of that deck's ready, but when that one card's printed, all of a sudden it's got a lot more teeth than it should. So when Ninja of the Deep Power ninjutsus and draw extra card, it can't attach. Yeah. But that's what these shows are all about. Showing off the new card smell, even though this doesn't have smell-o-vision. But, and gosh, I know if you anybody out there listens to my opinions on anything, you know how much I hate set reviews. And probably, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but I read the worst set review ever. And that's really saying something. Some of the cards these people are like saying, oh, this is going to be a staple. I'm like, oh my God, we must have just started playing Pauper. pretty atrocious. All right, let's gain some life. We're going to clog the skies here real quick. Keep things out of bounce range thanks to Mr. Bodyguard. All right, let's play this first. And we'll drop another Bodyguard. Gaining a few more life. And say yes and this. Here we go. We only attack when we want to with this list. You know, it's funny. The sun just came out, but for about 4 days now, it's been really nice and overcast, and I'm like wearing a sweater and everything. It's actually feeling like, hey, you know, the season's finally here. I hope this guy taps and does something. 7 damage. A turn. Well, they're going to counter Battle Screech. Bad news is we're going to gain a lot of life, and we'll just flash it back, and we'll play it again next turn. The fall has come in Holland, says Nimchimsky. Very cool. Literally. All right. No sense in spoiling the party. Battle Screech. Oh, he lets it through. Interesting. With bodyguards out, you can kind of be a little reckless, especially against an all-blue deck. I mean, some bounce spells, about all I got to worry about. Boink, boink, boink. Wants to counter this. We got 2 more next turn. Come on, show us your counter spell. All right. Yeah, we might walk into a Fey here, but with only 1 card, I'll be willing to use a bodyguard and to trade for it. I miss this feeling. I always love when I played tokens back when Delver was just everywhere. Tokens just ate it alive. I think it was the most lopsided percentage win I've ever had, ever. Just saying something. Something like, I've got the sheet somewhere. I think it's on my older computer, but it's like 94 wins, like 6 losses or something. It was just absurd. They had to have the nuts. You had to get screwed multiple times. I mean, it was just, but one thing I loved was, you know, you look up and you've taken like 10 damage a turn for like 5 turns and you're still in like the 40s. You're like, ooh, this is relaxing. Ninjutsu, cool. Well, we're going to gain some more life. He downgrades his creature and our quicksand turns online. This is a win-win. Always yes, always yield. Here we go. I mean, we're just 1 Anthem card away. What do I mean by Anthem card? Well, Glorious Anthem, if you're new to Magic and you don't know about the older cards, if you hear something called Anthem Effect, it's based on the card. If you could, Shiraz, I'd appreciate it. Glorious Anthem. It's pretty much anything that boosts all your creature stats, and we run a lot of them in here. We have a, what is it, Glorious Charge, I think it's called, and then we've got Ramosian Rally. Even Silver Flame Ritual is kind of a permanent Anthem effect. Thank you for that, my friend. All right, so all of this carnage, and we're at 19 life. This is the benefit of playing tokens. We saw the unbenefit, if that's a word. It isn't. Last turn of the problem, but hey, we were able to keep enough stuff alive to stay alive against burn. That was good times. This is just getting better and better. Maybe they've got Force Spike, and we'll be able to do it. We're going to keep our dude back. We're going to drop this, and we'll probably get a concession here pretty quick. Or not. I would. It's just starting to feel futile. Sure. Let's cast this. this and this. I'll attack into that, no problem. So we've probably taken like 30 damage, but we're at 26 life. Yeah, that's it. And we'll attack. All of a sudden, things aren't looking good for our heroes. Difference of that in blue creatures. You know, I saw a card just yesterday. Somebody was playing a blue deck, a lot of fairies and stuff, but they use Sunken City. And I was like, good for you. I was like, that's thinking. It's a little expensive on the upkeep. Another one, if you don't mind bringing up Shiraz, but that was one of like 400 cards that came available. Pretty interesting take, you know? Yeah, just you gotta pay that upkeep. It's like, God, for double blue, I don't know. Maybe add 1 and 2 blue. All right, so we take down, which is not a surprise that this beats Delver. We're gonna lose the sustenance. We're looking for Tron. We've got a main deck answer. We've got another one here and some Macabres and a Relic to kind of shore things up. So, Holy Light, yeah, I'm going to do that. We don't really... Here's the deal, everybody. I should side this out. I understand that. But we're here to promote the new card set, and we're trying to have fun, and we were so close to playing this, and we still haven't even played it. So I'm going to keep it in, even though it's a terrible call. So sue me. All right. So this blocks Ninja all day. This kills Ninja all day. Don't want to lose those. Love these. Nice surprise. I don't know. We didn't see too much bounce. Maybe I'll lose a Bodyguard. 1 pledge. Why? Well, I want to bring in the Holy Lights. Hell, let's just have fun and bring them all in. Who doesn't like to see Delver just, you know, crap their pants? We'll take out maybe a Journey. I'll just keep it at 2. Yeah, let's do that. Absolutely brilliant. Huh? On second right. I'm a professional. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm pretty sure we're going to win here. I mean, if you're up against it, you take out all your aggro, you just go super, you can't do anything. You need like 40 counter spells to keep up with this. Outside of an Echoing Truth, which is why we have Bodyguards. But even then, we're not making like a gazillion Empty the Warrens tokens or something like that. So, yeah. Well, we got all the hate we want, we'll keep. This is a brutal hand. It just cascades. Got Ninja Bait. We've got our mana right. We can cast this on 3, 2, 1. This is, and they didn't lead off with a Delver, so it's getting worse. Delver ever comes back. Bookmark this. It's a very good list. Hey, check it out. Cool. Teleport to the floor. Problem is, there's a bunch more coming. So many spell stutters about, not even running into like a Mezzo style list. I tend to like to okay, gotcha. I tend to like, well, now hold on a minute here. Oh, I thought it said non-human. I was like, well, that'll be, oh, it's a human insect after the fact. Never mind. Cool. Well, we don't really have too much options here. We've got an opening to cast Squadron Hawk, which I think is the correct play here. Let's turn off any ideas of ninja shenanigans. Squadron Hawk. I'm going to go Squadron Hawk. It's a lot more likely to get countered. White borders. Ah, you're right. Thanks for bringing that up, Lackerding. It got by me. Now I'm a little more depressed. Just kidding. All right. We'll go grab. Yeah, baby. I'm going to grab them all. We're not playing Boros Bully, but I don't need a swamp for anything, and we've already got a Basilica, so. You could throw Screech out, but I'm not going to. So we're going to cast it in a turn or two. That's how we double tilt your opponent for spike. It's white bordered. Yeah, it sure works on me. Damn. Not quite sure this Mantle of the Tides is doing anything. It's very unblue. I mean, I'd just rather play Mutagenic Growth. You don't have to work around it, and it saves your creature. Mantle of Tides, just like a tide. You see it coming a mile away. Could be wrong. Don't think I am, though. All right, our robot's pimping out our YouTube channel. If you're wondering, those little scanner things that I put on a lot of our promos, it leads you to like our a lot of our stuff that's frustrating as a content creator. Like I'll say, hey, have you seen a Flame Tongue hot sauce, or have you seen prismatic lenses or eyeglass commercial or something? People are like, huh, what? I'm like, God, you know, because when I like a YouTube channel, I go and I search it and I look at their videos. But I'm old. I guess people don't do that. I do. I'm going to block this. One's not worth 4. Let's go down and trample. But anyway, so those lead you to like our playlists that are, you know, if you just want to sit down and get high, have a few too many beers or whatever, and laugh at like all of the commercials in one go. It's a good time. All right. Our Holy Light's not doing anything of the Holy Persuasion. We're probably looking at a Spell Stutter Sprite here. I'm going to lead off with this. Ask for a hard counter. Don't get it. Bring this back. I'll return this. And we'll just pass the turn. Now we'll take 4. Might take some bounce. So yeah, that was my way of like forcing people like, okay, well, here's the link. You don't have to write anything down. You just use your phone or... Nice planes. Yeah. I'm liking these old Therese Nielsen, if I remember right. Yep. Yeah, I like that watercolor look to the sky. It looks like it just got done raining. See when you see rain in a distance far off like that. All right. Always yes. Always yield. Here we go. Time to do some fun stuff. We could do that. We could do this. Let's do this. We'll gain 2 life back unless we get countered, which we might. Battle Screech is always fun when you're against a counter deck. It's like feels like a half counter. Poop, poop, poop. And just like that, this doesn't get countered. All of our 8 damage, we're at 20 again. It's like, who's winning here? It's craziness. We get an Anthem effect, it's over. Holy Light by 4 is a little too much for this list. I'd probably cut it by 1 if I was to take this to a tournament and, I don't know, maybe focus on the maybe Chow Mano against like Jeskai or something like that. I don't know. Not long ago, I watched the whole show in which Moon Cheese Babies was featured. The rest of the show was fun too. Forgot to name it. Nice. Oh, where's our bodyguard now? All right. Darn it. All the power to him. Okay. There's that. All right. Well, let's see. We've got an odd number of things to do. That kind of blows, but he does have 4 spikes, so hopefully we can do that. All right, let's just. We're at that stage of life. We don't really have many other life gainers here, so I'm just like, well, let's double block the insect and hopefully he doesn't have more bounce. We already got all of them. We'll say nope. Gain some life. We'll drop this dude. I'm not going to attack. Well, outside of, what is it, the Zealous Guardian? I forget that. It's a Azorius white or blue with flash. I doubt that they're playing that. So I will attack here. If they had 2 up, I wouldn't because of a spell stutter right into your face, but woo! Yeah, Moon Cheese Babies is one of our classics. It's back when we didn't have all that many things, so about every 3 or 4 weeks I'd have to repeat it. Now I've got so much stuff. Gosh, I think I've got around the 40 gig mark now. It's pretty crazy. Forget how many custom commercials we've got. It's in the high 20s now, if you count everything. Some of them not so good, but a lot of them I'm pretty proud of. One of these years, the mothership will show one of our, like, Flame Tongue hot sauce or something. Just so surprised they haven't just been like, hey, look at this. Snap. Damn it. All right. Well, at least we know they don't have an Echoing Truth. Little half free duress. Taking half of our life total here. That kind of blows. I will take it. Not too worried about Any tricks other than like a mutagenic here? And we've got blockers for days. That kind of blows. So we've got our Holy Light answer here. Ooh, this is nice. Hey, again though, we don't want to really play it right now, but we've got it. So hopefully we live long enough to do stuff with it. I need some air creatures here, and I'm going to keep Holy Light back in case he's got a spell stutter here, which I hope he does. Darn it. I really wanted that to pay off. No on that. Yes on this. I could drop the other hawk. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll just... I'm just going to wait around, play block, because we'll take 3. We'll kill the miscreant if all goes well. We've got Force Spike backup or Ninja backup, and we can use our Holy Light for things of the Holy Persuasion. I'm about to do that, Lackerding. I'm very close. I'm like, come on, let me cast this thing. Damn it. Okay. And we go here before he can switch that into a ninja. Oh, not really. I guess I'm going to do this. We'll see what he's got now. Anything, we'll be able to get rid of at least an insect. I will attempt to double block in case he's got any sort of bounce. Seen Snap and Echoing Truth. Usually most people run 1 to 2 of those. 46 cards left, I don't think. Well, that's interesting. All right. Well, we know they don't have any spells that are sprites. Those still get weaker. I still take 5. I'm going to block and kill a Delver. Worse things have happened. We take 5. Yeah, what you drinking, Shiraz? I've got boring black tea here, but it's really growing on me. I really like it. All right. More life. More life. Life. First things first, let's gain life. It's going to be close. Let's play this. He's got a ninja. I can eat it with quicksand. And a pint of milk with beer? Ugh. Well, I could gain 4 life with the raise the alarm play. That might be a better call. That negates that, and I can block here. Yeah, I'm just going to attack here. I'll do the raise the alarm on the upkeep. They've only got 3 lands, so mix them up. Don't think they have counter. They're not flooded. What do they got? I'll do that now. With 3 lands, I'm fine if they want to spend 60 or 70% of their resources on countering this on their upkeep. But we get a free turn out of the Suture Priest fun. Hey! Oh, man. Yeah, I want to use the ability. Damn it. Come on. Ah, yeah. I must have clicked wrong somewhere. That's the kind of stuff that can really eat up your clock. Can hit us for 4, but we keep gaining 4. And then, whoa! Next turn, hopefully. 2 cards left. I think they've got a bunch of cute crap. No offense to the brewer. They're trying new stuff. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to kill that just to keep any sort of ninja and or spell stutter sprite shenanigans, because everything costs 2 or higher here. So I think this is a good block. And we're at 5. I still don't want to cast Silver Flame Ritual. Gotta keep our blockers going. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, this is pretty easy here. We'll drop here. It counters it. That's fine. Now, this is a good example. They've got a really good hand. It should have won, but you still can't get there. It just doesn't hit hard enough, fast enough. We've got too much stuff that has to be countered. So we still didn't cast Silver Flame Ritual. I'm so bummed out. Check out this. It's I really highly recommend. It takes just a little bit of time. If you're in traffic or whatever, think about a list for this. Check it out.
Common Knowledge, the Pauper podcast, is hosting a 5-card blind tournament. What is 5-card blind? It's a format where each player submits a 5-card deck that the hosts play against other decks until one winner is decided. Games are played optimally with full knowledge of the opponent's deck, and you do not lose the game by running out of cards in your library. $300 prize pool, in-store credit redeemable through mtgotraders.com. What do we need from you? A list of 5 cards printed at Common and your Magic Online screen name. That's it. It's totally free. Submissions due before September 31st via email to commonknowledgemtg@gmail.com. Winners will be decided October 31st on the podcast, so make sure you tune in. You can tune in to Common Knowledge on YouTube or your podcatcher of choice. Only 1 entry per person. Empty the Warrens is banned. Additional details can be found at patreon.com/commonknowledge.
Hey, Propaganda fans, thank you so much to the continued support of the people to my right. Also, if you want to have your deck played, a 10-ticket donation on Magic the Gathering Online is probably the best way to do it, as well as sending us an email to propaganda@gmail.com. But anyway, thank you so much again for the people over here, and we'll see you next time.
You got it all planned out. Tonight is gonna be perfect. Until she gets a whiff of your bad breath.
Yuck!
Now, fix bad breath fast with Galvanic Blast. Our breath mints use only the rarest scent crystals, unearthed from certified Mirrodin mines. Don't trust those other mints, they'll leave you Hydroblasted. For flavor that will last, choose Galvanic Blast. Dealing damage to bad breath longer than any mint legal on the Tin Street market. For long-lasting flavor that is unsurpassed, choose Galvanic Blast Breath Mints.
Feel the blast!
Available at Moros's Market. And we're back. All right, this will be the last game here, guys. Thank goodness the Magic righted the ship, and I'm sure they will crash later or something along those lines. But for right now, we are, it's like the 5th or 6th match now, but I will cast Silver Flame Ritual. All right. God, we still haven't done anything. Oh, this is spicy. Talk about Cloud of the Dominus. I'm sure that's headed our way. Okay. Our life gain package is ready. Boy, that swamp really likes us. We've played, what, 4 games total? 5? And we've seen it in almost, it seems like every hand. All right. Cloud of the Dominus? No. Okay. That's fine. That'd be a pretty creepy thing to see walking around, wouldn't it? All right. One thing I really, really do like is when you think you're up against fairies, it's nice to be able to cast things that cost 2 or more. I've been leaning on that. I have a Blackthorn list. I just 5-0'd with it the other day. And the main thing is like I'm starting to almost lean against Duress and go with Distress because it costs 2. Ask for a hard counter. And if they counter it, think about it. That's probably what you would have taken anyway. So, good times. That card's not played enough. I hate counter magic, but I think Mana Leak's pretty damn strong. I mean, Force Spike gets played, and obviously it's a lot cheaper, but it's pretty rare somebody's got 3 open. Banana Boat Swamp. Well, if I had an option of Castigate, of course not. Power Slouch. No, not in this list. Sorry, I should have qualified that. I don't run any discard in this list, but yeah, if you got the option, Castigate's one of the best spells there is. All right, I'm going to get my mana right. Let's cycle this. If he's got some sort of, what do you call? Force Spike Trick, that's cool. It'll really hurt because we really want this. We don't have an extra one. I don't mind when Squadron Hawk gets canceled or countered when you already have another one in your hand. That always feels kind of like a win, like a free to rest, but this one will hurt. All right. But they've only got 3 cards left. We're 1 mana away from really opening this up. We're just playing even here. Ooh, yeah, Myers Toll's another one I've been trying to make work. That's a pretty good call, especially when you're running a mono black list like I do with Thorn, and you're running like what is it? Despoil? I think the new black one drop. Yeah, but again, it costs 1, and so often when I have duress style stuff, I don't want a spell stutter sprite to ruin my day. But this guy is quite counter happy, isn't he? All right, well, we'll lead off with this. Hope for the best. Another hard counter. Let's see. Mana leak and counter spell. Okay. They're not going to like when we drop Battle Screech. Well said, Power Slouch. Our Lord and Savior, the Astrolabe. Yes. A couple weeks ago, I showed you guys my actual Astrolabe. I've had one for about a decade now. I gave it to my wife as a gift. Very cool gift. Comes with an incredibly complex manual that you will quickly skip and just go to a YouTube video on how to read one. But yeah, great gift for one of those people that just has everything. You're like, check this out. It's the iPhone from 1,000 years ago. Very cool. Yeah, Defile. Pretty awesome. I wouldn't run 4, but I like to run 3, 2 sometimes. Yeah, my Blackthorn list, if you follow on Facebook or the Coffee supporters, boy, this guy really likes colored mana. Check this out. It goes with that same route. I just got interviewed about the Azorius Godhead list, protection from red. And it's like, why? Because everything's red in the format. Even the creatures across from us now are. Reason being, you're protected from that. But when you play kind of a kill everything deck and the only creatures in your list are like Crypt Rats and Thorns, or Thorn of the Black Rose, you're like, go ahead and kill it. Use your valuable removal on that instead of my face. Okay. Boy, we really, really need another land. I'll be right back in this if that happens, but I'll go Bandit. Can't be blocked except by creatures with Defender. Hey, where have we heard that before? Yeah, no kidding. It's very fun. The win condition now I've shifted to Ill-Gotten Inheritance. I run 3 of those main, and the 1 ping is nice, and sometimes it does get there, but with the combination of Crypt Rats, Evankar's Justice, and then the ability to Fire Blast them for black mana, I just wish it said Loss of Life. Not that I've ever had it countered with like a prismatic effect, but I'm sure it does happen. Okay, let's stack these real carefully here. Oh, I am clicked through already, darn it. Well, we're definitely getting our rogue quota met here. I think our opponent's a little counter happy though. Mana leak, counterspell on stuff that's not all that. I think I might have put that on the other dude just so I could attack this turn, but we are not going to be able to block that. Good news for us, we've got lots of life coming our way. If we get 1 more land, watch, it'll be a Basilica, right? Oh, it has haste, I forgot. Duh. Well, we're taking a lot here. That's fine. Unless we're like 3 or under. Don't really want to go that route. Yowza. I could just block next turn. Cast Pledge. See if the coast is clear. If it goes through, then I could block and kill 2 dudes. We're up against just an all-blue deck, it looks like, so I don't think the Bodyguards are really going to have that much to do here. Let's just pass the turn. Gosh, where are our lands? I'm playing 20 lands. Anti-spam. Try again later. Okay. Yeah, I love Cloud of the Dominus. I just don't think you need to go all in with these rainbow decks. But so here's a trick for you kids out there. I'm sure a lot of you already know it, but I know I said it one time and everybody was like, I never thought of that. It's an instant, but a lot of times you can cast it as a sorcery, and we're not doing so now, but before I block is what I mean. It's like, is this going to work? Because it's going to affect if I block or not. Especially against a counter-happy ability, I don't want to set my blockers get wiped out. Okay, cool. So we're going to take 7. That's fine. He's out another counter. Now I've got my life-gaining creatures out, and we're good to go. We'll be okay. It has Shroud and Haste. It can still be blocked. But we really need to land now. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to just play it, and we'll do the same trick this turn. Woo, little fights in the house. All right. Good times, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Speaking of new jobs. Woo. Yeah, we got a warning that Magic was going to crash at any minute right when we started the show, and that was almost 2 hours ago. So this is our last one. We played a cool Gingerbrute list that you'll really like, Little Fight. I'll send you the list later, or it'll be on our YouTube video. Went undefeated with that. That was pretty cool. Hey, this hasn't lost either. This no shadowing thing's cool. That's strange. Okay. Propaganda. Oh, so creatures can't be blocked. Oh yeah, can't be blocked. Oh no. You're right. Punt City. We don't have any instant stuff here. Well, maybe if we're going to cast this and see if it... Hey, we're going to gain life here, though. Yeah, we should have lost that one. Our opponent, those are probably learning just the ropes of this deck. So I'm going to do this just in hopes that he thinks like, oh, he can block. Maybe he'll forget since I forgot. I'm going to take 7 no matter what. All right, 3/3s go through. Not that they wouldn't. We've got... okay, well, can't be blocked. All right, well, we will block... Oh, hey, that can't be blocked either. Oh, crap. We're dead. Shoot. Ah. Underestimation. It's one of the first game losses. Not a match, but that we've had here. All right. Cool. Kind of, no offense to the guy's list, just awfully roguey. So it's like, well, let's bring in a Strands. Got rid of the Harsh Sustenance there. I don't think these are going to do too much. Maybe we'll bring in 2 of them. We haven't seen... We saw one on summon. Our Silver Flame Ritual needs to get there, damn it. I'll lose a priest or 2. Raise the Alarm might be a... We'll go like this, and like this, and go from here. Woo! Gingerbrute! I love it. Yeah, we're trying to play... Silver Flame Ritual, Little Fight. And what I mean by trying to play, we haven't seen it yet, or in the hands we've seen it, it wasn't appropriate. And then the one time we're like, we're going to do it, our opponent conceded, and we're like, oh, so we still haven't even played it. But boy, we got a lot of use out of Gingerbrute. That thing beat up a lot of people early on. Late game, Flood, Suck, Mulligan. Okay, we'll keep this. Not that much better. Ugh. It'd be funny if we lose to like, no offense to our opponent, but kind of the worst deck we've seen so far. Done. Who knows? Maybe it isn't. Maybe that's why it beat us. Ah, here we go. Silver Flame Ritual. That's so burly. Yes, it costs 4, but every creature gets better. Holy crap. Maybe I'll keep tuning this up and play it this weekend. I don't know. Jeskai is just everything. It's such a lopsided thing. So here's the deal for you guys out there that are thinking of entering a league. Go for it. Just don't expect to see much of the metagame. I've played in 3 this week. I got a 4-1, a 5-0, and a 2-3. The 5-0 was right before the break with an all-removal deck, Blackthorn. Then my Infected Snow went 2-3 and then 4-1. And the frustrating thing is I faced Jeskai like once out of like 15 times, which if you play on Sunday, you're going to see it about 50% of the time. It's kind of weird. It lulls you into the sleep of like, oh yeah, well, maybe the metagame's changing. Here, I don't need that much stuff. And then you play in the Sunday and you're like, Jesus, you just get bowled over with everything. So, all right. Well, I'm very happy to trade if he wants to trade a Delver for that. I'll attack right into that. We're going to drop our Basilica. And man, we've got to really kind of, if we might get run over by this guy, that'd be a pretty funny way to go out. But hey, it happens. All right. You got to catch the top of the show, Little Fight. You don't want to miss that. We got nothing to do. We'll drop this, get our mana right here. Doink. play this, and that's all she wrote. Or maybe, you know, runs Skyfisher and Glint Hawk and play the Astrolabe package and make everybody yawn. Okay. So next week will be the beginning of our Halloween series. I think we'll have 2 Halloween shows, and the rest of October is going to be pretty quiet. Didn't catch the top of the show. I'm going to be doing lots of things of the professional persuasion, so that should be good times. All right, we've already seen how much mana this dude's got, so I'm going to cast Holy Light at the beginning of their turn unless they drop a instant like a Spellstutter Sprite right here. Then obviously I'm going to do it now. But we saw Mana Leak, we saw Force Spike, we saw Counterspell. So we're going to make him do it on his turn right now. I don't mind a 1-for-1. He's got a slow start. We got a slow start. We've got another one of these. I'd rather him... Because if this flips and he counters, then we just journey next turn, and we're still kind of in the same spot. Spooky theme pet cards. My vote goes to the Dimir House card. Yeah, we're going to definitely be playing that Seattle list that won with all the sacrifice. I'm not saying I'm going to play it well. We'll probably be playing like this non-tournament-wise, but we shall see. Love that watercolor art and Holy Light. It's just wrong. It's like, what is going on here? Well, while our opponent takes 5 minutes to decide if he wants to counter this, I'll be right back. I'm going to get another glass. Ooh. All right, refilled up. Here we go. What's he doing? He's bouncing his dude. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. 1-for-1. Tempo City. If he drops it again, we can still journey. Same plan as before. Let's do it some more. Is it going to show us a card for free? Delver of Secrets would be a terrible poker player. And we've got Counterspell Magic. Okay. We don't really have anything to do here, which I love when this happens, this cadence of the turn. It's like, you know, they're sitting there like, I'm going to counter whatever you do. I'm just going to counter whatever. It's like, pass the turn. It's like, suck it. And now for a second, gently grabbing coffee. What's this? Oh, well, we're not playing turning-wise. We're just doing the, because of that ghosting thing a while back, but we haven't lost yet. I think we're like 5-0. This might be the 6th one, or this is the 5th one. I'm not sure. That tickets on the line don't really count, but we haven't lost any. This is easily the most roguey. We beat Tron twice, and we beat Burn. What else did we face, guys? I think that's it. Maybe this is just the 4th game. I don't know. We'll see here. Okay. Couldn't ask for a slower hand on this end. Jeez, this is just all counteractive. What's more likely to get countered? This guy is so counter happy. I think I'm just going to cast Strands on his turn and hope he counters it. I don't have many creatures out yet, and I don't want Battle Screech can feel kind of naked at this stage of the game right here. So I'm just going to let him go. Minuteman. Nimchimsky. I hope you're kidding, Nimchimsky. That'd be pretty ridiculous if they were. I don't know. I know a lot of Shiraz knows a bit about that. I know Paulo Cabral was like saying like, "Hey, so and so is blankety blank on Magic," and I was like, "Really?" And like, how do you find that stuff out? I'm like, "Don't tell me." It's like all the other stuff. I'm like, I don't really want to know that stuff. I just like playing for you guys. I don't know how the gears work. Flip to a ninja. Flip to a ninja. Come on, please counter this. Counter. Counter. Prismatic for 1. It's just I just want it in the yard. I don't have anything to do. Our opponent's kind of counter happy. I really hope he counters this. Be absolutely asinine to do that, but you never know. Blue. Good for him. Or her. Here we go. Okay. Now then. I know he's got so many counter spells. I'm still going to wait on this. I'm going to drop this. Hope he counters it. And I just don't want to walk into these counters. I'm pretty sure he's Mana Leak or something. He's playing a little bit more... Heck, maybe we'll kill him with Bodyguard Beatdown thanks to a Guardian's Pledge. We'll see. Alright. Dispel showed up. Cool. Bodes well for my plan here of tripping Prismatic. Maybe he'll counter it, and then I'll cast Prismatic again, and he'll counter that, tap out, and then we can win the game. Let's see. Let's do this. Come on, please counter. Where did all his counter happiness go? He was countering everything under the sun before. Okay. Very cool. Here we go. Huzzah! Got another one? No kidding. That was my point. All right, blue. Why? Showing some discipline here. I doubt this person's causing it. Ha! Well, let's make a break time. Let's lesser of two evils. Battle Screech will at least be half countered if he has a counter. We've got Prismatic in the yard. That makes sense. I'll just attack for 1 here. I'll drop that Prismatic. Hope for the best. It's funny how much more success I've had. I've got 4 trophies right after I decided to stop doing the shows live, and all of a sudden I started getting 5-0s again. Maybe spurious correlation? I don't know. I was so bummed out though when the new series started. What was that, Thursday or Wednesday morning? I shared it on Facebook. I was 4-0, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to be the very first one on that thing, and then lost a crucial third game against Affinity. Of course, they had Fling. Hammered of Bogarden. Nice. Alrighty. All the rogue has gone out of this list. It's turned into like, oh, there's the rogue back. Woo! Okay, well, we're going to counter this instead of take 6. And we'll go do this. Call blue. Say okay. And here we go. Jeez. Cycle this. Can we get a creature, please? What weird hands we have. Huh. Alright, well, very strange. We'll cast Journey. That could become a 5/5 with the you-know-who, but I'd rather just get rid of something that's legit. We'll hold back here. Our creatures are all hiding from us. Unearth is a pretty cool mechanic right about now with all the kill everything Jeskai decks going on about. I wouldn't say pull out woo rats, but a variant of that might be pretty cool. Okay. And it has haste. And it can't be blocked. Ah, where's our prismatic strands now? This will be pretty awesome if he beats us with this. Be like, dang it. I can't block anything. We are hurting for certain. Creature, please. Oh, I'm so glad this doesn't really count. We can't block that. We can't block that. And we can't block that. And we're dead next turn. That will be 9. We really, I mean, we can do this because it doesn't target anything, so that'll help. And rock this, do this. Let's hope we grab here. Can't block anything, so we might as well hit. Guardian's Pledge. We might be able to finish him off, right? Wink, wink. So we're going to take 2, 3... 6 at least. Let me do this now in case he draws into counter magic. Probably shouldn't have cycled that Ash Barrens. If he hits us with a mana leak, this is really going to hurt because we would have been able to do it. Lesson learned. All right. Holy Light to stay alive. Bet you didn't think you'd see that today. Does he got another clout? Maybe he does. One of the good things, if everything goes according to plan and I like this job and decide to keep it in the mid-October, late October, of being on a Saturday show, we're probably going to loosely be playing on a Saturday at 10 a.m., which will be 2 hours sooner. We won't have to worry about construction noises because it'll be the weekend. So good and bad. It'll suck when there's like pro tours and stuff, but I already deal with that. Sometimes those Fridays before they have the motherships always doing their thing, but yeah. What on earth? Okay. You know what? I'm happy for this dude. I think they're going to win this game. It's going to be pretty awesome. None of our life gain showed up, and I don't know where our creatures are. It's not going to help us much because we can't really block anything here. But it's very cool that we get taken down by Rogue, I think. That'd be awesome. If we're going to lose to something, let's do it to that, right? Okay. Well, man, I can kill that, block that, shoot that. I can hit for 6. We can almost win. Wait, Shiraz just told us he wears black velvet dressing gown. Act like we've got prismatic, I guess. We can't block anything. I'll attack with 1 just in case this doesn't flip. But I don't know why I'm doing that. I mean, we just... Maybe he won't attack with that and just that, but it has Shroud, so we can't do anything to it. Let's go from here, and well, we won't go undefeated. This would have been a nice, I don't know if it's 4-0 or 5-0, but it is just tourney practice room anyway, so it's not that serious. Okay, no shenanigans about. There's that. Here it comes. Woo! Let's see, and then we're going to show... Where is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. And it comes. We'll do what we can here. We'll zap here. Can't block that. Man, if Shroud, Haste can't be blocked. Woo! It's not that bad of a call with Jeskai about. We'll do this. And we're going to take our first loss. We just drew all our tricks. There's 2 prismatics you don't see here, and none of our creatures. Any of our life-gaining creatures would have kept us in this, but 5 unblockable. It's the reason I like Clout. That's just kind of going all in with that. So congratulations, Vibrazion, or whatever your name is. Good times. I'm going to show you guys 1 or 2 more lists. I'm not going to play anymore, but just to show you. So glad that it didn't crash on us. So this is the list we were just playing. We still never played Silver Flame Ritual. I've yet to cast this, but man, is it powerful in theory. But I think 2 is the right. I wouldn't go as high as 3, even though I want to play it so bad. We played the Gingerbrute list. I also, if you remember our blue robot list, this is a pretty cool little list here. Obviously, we're going to run Gingerbrute in this because it'll turn on our Cloudfin Raptor. It'll turn on Ninja in a pinch, and we can go search for it with this dude. And outside of that, I cut 1 Preordain for 1 Witching Well. You know, you scry for 2, but you're not really drawing any cards until turn 4. So really temper the... I know I say that a lot, the new cards smell. I think 1 or 2 of these tops, because you really have to, instead of looking at that 1 outside of the synergy of turning on Affinity, you really need to look at the 3 trip cost there and go from there. But I think this might be a pretty cool card outside of any sort of Affinity shenanigans where you can just kind of set it, forget it, and play one of those, end of turn, counter everything decks there. So anyway, guys, we're going to be back next week for our Halloween special. Same time, same place. We're going to have some just Halloween shenanigans. It will be kind of a community-based show, so bring your scariest deck. I'm going to be definitely playing the new one that won in Seattle, probably exclusively. Just try to get my handle on that. I know I've lost to it once already, and very cool list there. Anyway, this is Deluxe signing off for our Throne of Eldraine preview special. Go out there, check out the cards. Only like 2 cents each. Really recommend Gingerbrute. It's been awesome so far. And we'll see you next time on Propaganda.
Thank you.